Good morning. Welcome back to Coffee and Colorful Conversation. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. Going to give it a minute just to let people log on, make sure that I am live and you can hear me and see me. Hi, Kim. Thumbs up if you can see and hear me so I don't talk to myself for the first 10 minutes. Hi, Gina. Good morning. Jennifer. Welcome, everyone. Any thumbs up? Make sure that I can hear, you can hear me. Sheila, welcome. I don't see, there we go. Okay, so I'm good. So today I wanted to talk about connection. I think that in 2019, cell phones have been amazing for so many good things. Like I can't even believe I ever survived without a cell phone when it comes to what's the name of that movie again that guy's in that I love? Like when you're having those senior moments and you can't recall something and you get on your phone and you describe it just like that. And the answer is at your fingertips. It's amazing. And the technology has come so far and there's so much that we can do with the phone. But connection, human eye-to-eye contact, coffee with each other, going out to happy hour, being in each other's company has kind of gone to the wayside. And then when you go to a restaurant, like every time I'm in a restaurant, I'll see a couple and they both have their head in their phone and they're not engaging with each other. And if there's kids, all the kids are on an iPad and the parents aren't talking to the kids. And it's like, it used to be that you went out to dinner to reconnect with your family. And now going out to dinner is, let me just get these kids fed because I have more to do on my phone and I have more work to do. So it's kind of a mess. And what I remember, hey, Anne, what I remember from when I was starting out in hairdressing, one of the best ways for me to learn and get better at my craft was when we weren't busy in the salon. Like it's summertime and this is the time when it gets a little bit quiet. So now 2019, everybody sits with their head in their phone and has a longer lunch and kind of isolates. Back when I was starting out in the late 80s, being not busy was like, yes, we're all going to get our hair done because we are the walking advertisement for our business. You know, clients don't realize that we don't do our own cut and color on our own selves. So they judge us by what our hair looks like. So if you're working in a solo suite or you're in a salon where you're not really friendly with the other people, a lot of this rental, booth rental, chair rental, solo suites, all of that has made it so everybody can do their own thing and be independent, but it's also made everybody so disconnected that you're afraid to ask the person two chairs down if they'll do your hair because you feel bad. And it's just so different. Like we used to have so much fun. We used to call it self-improvement day back in the 80s. We're like, oh, self-improvement day. You're not busy. I'm not busy. Let's do each other's hair. So as you know, if you follow me, I spend a lot of time on different hair forums and I try to contribute as much as I can without being, you know, someone who's trying to tell people what to do and behaving like a know-it-all. I'm really careful how I answer. So I forget what page I was on and this girl put a post up and said, I just moved to Florida from Connecticut. I don't know anybody. I'm just starting out in a salon. And she's like, I haven't had my hair colored since May. Are there any hairstylists local that would want to trade and do each other's hair? Because I can't afford to go pay to get my hair done. So I saw it and I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's a really good idea that she did that. And I'm waiting for so many people to answer her that I wouldn't even be able to get the answer in there quick enough because I also haven't really found anyone to do my hair here in St. Pete. So long story short, you know, I watched the post. I just kept going back to it and nobody was answering. It was like total crickets. And I'm like, wow, that really is screwed up that like there's not one person that's willing to do that. So I didn't need my hair done at the time when I answered her, but I was like, you know what? I love getting my hands in hair. I miss being behind the chair and I always need content for my education. So I'll reach out and offer to do this girl's hair. So I typed in, hey, you know, I'd love to do your hair. And we private messaged with each other and we realized that she started out here literally a block away from me and we never met, we never ran into each other. And we did connect previously on another forum saying that we both just moved to Florida. I didn't realize it was the same girl. So there was no personal connection when I said, hey, I would love to do your hair. So her salon that she works in, she just started last week, is 40 minutes from my house. So I had to drive 40 minutes on a day that I had a million other things to do. And I drove there. And for me, as an educator and as someone who tries to help you guys with your business and how to get more clients, I notice everything. So it's like a mission for me to be like, how was it pulling into the parking lot? Was there ample parking? How's the sign on the salon? You know, did I feel welcome when I walked into the door? So I'm kind of like in secret shopper mode. So I'm saying, if I'm going to do all this and not get paid for it, I want there to be a learning education experience. That's how I live my entire life. Every restaurant I go in, I'm like, the music's too loud. It's too cold in here. They need to move that sign. They need to change their logo. It's just who I am. So I didn't love the sign. I thought it was kind of weird for a salon. It didn't look like a salon. You know, it was hard to find the entrance to the parking lot. And then when I walked in, there was a cute girl behind the desk, and the girl whose hair that I was doing was sitting on the side, and the salon was the owner who was behind the desk. One other stylist was busy off to the side, and then the girl whose hair I did. So I introduced myself, we hugged each other, and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for doing this. And honestly, I am happy to do, like, I never do anything because I need to get paid for it. How much are you paying me? What am I getting from this? Like, it just seems like the world has gotten so even Steven, tit for tat, like you do this and I'll do that. And there's no more random acts of kindness. And if you follow me, you know, I shared my friend who I met here when I first moved here. Her son committed suicide, and the anniversary of his death is this week. She is getting into an RV, and she's traveling across the country doing random acts of kindness to promote suicide awareness and just being kinder and people doing kind acts to each other. So I was like, you know what? This is my contribution to Chris's mission. This is my random act of kindness. So we started doing her hair, and it's funny because as hairstylists, we all are a little bit controlling when someone else is doing her hair. She doesn't know me, so she wanted to make sure that I was mixing the lightener the way that she would mix it. She liked using Olaplex, so she made sure Olaplex was in the mixture. So it was fun. Like I'm highlighting her hair, and we're chatting and we're sharing, and she's saying this is her first week at this salon and that she hasn't had a single client yet. So as I'm highlighting her hair, the woman who's the only other stylist in the salon is to the right of us, and she's talking away with her client, but in another language. And I'm looking at the girl whose hair I'm doing. I'm like, doesn't that bother you? And she's like, what? And I said that they're talking in a whole different, like, you're the only one that speaks English in this salon and everybody's speaking another language. I said, I feel like I'm in my nail salon. I feel like they're talking about us and we just don't know it because they're talking another language. And she was just like, no, that doesn't bother me at all. And I'm thinking, this is why I love visiting other people's salons. I highly recommend you reconnect with someone that you went to beauty school with that you haven't seen in years, and ask if you can do their hair at their salon. You know, get out of your environment and into somebody else's. And two things are going to happen. You're either going to go running back to your space and hug the chair and hug the owner, or if the owner's yourself, hug yourself, that you feel so much more comfortable and so, you know, so much better in your own space than the space that you were in. Or you may see that they have, you know, better music, or it might smell better in there. It might not smell like perm solution and hair salonish. You know, do you ever walk into that old school salon and you get punched in the face with that aerosol Aquanet hairspray smell, and there's, you know, just different smells all over. There's perms, there's color, there's just too much smell. I'm super sensitive. My ears are super sensitive, and my nose is super sensitive, where I notice everything. It drives my family insane. But when you're in your own space every day, you may not notice things like the air conditioning vent might have an inch of dust bunnies on it, and you're not laying back in that shampoo sink, so you don't see it. So when I go into a new space, I'm like I went into their bathroom, and I went to the bathroom, and when I came up, I hit my head on this little shelf, and the shelf doesn't have any purpose. It was just like a decoration. So I'm like, how many other clients have hit their head on that shelf? Get that shelf off that wall and make it go away. It's not necessary. So I've always said I want the networks to give me my own show where I go into other salons, not to the Tabitha extreme where it's like you have to redo their whole system, just those little things, like just be a secret shopper for other salons and tell them what's going on. So back to, we're in the chair, I'm highlighting her hair, and I said, you know, I was in your shoes. I moved here. I did a suite. I thought it would be a lot easier to find clients than it was. And it really wasn't. So I imagine you're not having an easy time. She's like, oh my gosh, no, like I can't find anybody. And she said, I moved here from Connecticut. I was a booked hairstylist. I made, you know, really good money. I have a daughter. I'm a single mom. So as she's telling me all this, I'm feeling better about the fact that I'm doing her hair free because she needed this. She hasn't been spoiled since May. She doesn't know this woman who speaks this other language enough to ask her to do her hair, or maybe she didn't like the way that woman did hair, and maybe that's why she was reaching out. I'm not sure, but I was happy to do it. We had great conversation. It was like we knew each other forever. It was very comfortable, and it was nice to be in somebody else's space and learn what they do. But when it came to marketing and how are you getting clients, she said, oh, I'm just doing 50% off my regular service. I just have to get people in here. And I said, but how are you doing it? Because how you advertise 50% off, it can either be really cheap and desperate, or it can be really generous and upscale. And here's why and how I'm saying that. So I said, how are you trying to reach people? She said, I'm doing Facebook ads. I said, great. That's a great way to do it. But are you really doing a Facebook ad, or are you boosting your own post? If you follow me, you know I've been talking about this a lot lately. The worst way to spend your money on Facebook is to boost a post. Boosting a post, you're sitting in that chair saying, oh, I'm advertising on Facebook and nobody's clicking on it. Advertising on Facebook is not put up a post on your page, hit the boost button, and that's an ad. That is not advertising. If you are truly advertising on Facebook, you would be able to go to your business page, anybody's business page. If there's a salon down the street and you're curious if they're advertising on Facebook, you go onto their page, and on the right-hand side, there's a thing called page transparency. Look at page transparency, click on the button, and it will say view ad library. When you click on that button, it will show you their exact Facebook ad that they're running at any given time. Or if they ran it and it's not running anymore, it'll be there. So that's a true Facebook ad. You have to go into your ads manager in the back end of Facebook. It is a scary place. I do this for a living. I do online education, and I have to understand it, and I still don't understand it. There's a lot of moving pieces. So there's different things that Facebook will say, what do you hope to achieve by this? So there's conversions, there's having them join your page. It's like attraction, conversion. There's all these different things. And if you click the wrong button, you're asking for the call to action to be something that you don't even know that you did. So it's very complicated. So I'm talking to this girl, and she's like, yeah, I'm doing ads. And I explained to her, I said, you work here for 1 week. So whoever is on this salon's page, which I went on, and I think they only have like 300 people on there. I think it's a fairly new salon. So 300 people who already go to that salon, because that's usually why someone follows a salon page on Facebook, is because they already go there. You don't just go around Facebook and say, oh, Betty's Beauty Box, let me follow her. She looks cool. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to go on to a page because you heard about that salon and you want to see their work and you want to look at the photos and all that. And then you make an appointment and then you like the page. So those are 300 people that already know about the salon. They've been to the salon, and they're either continuing to go to the salon or they don't go there anymore. That is who your ad goes to when you boost a post. It's Facebook saying, okay, we want to make sure that those 300 people that already know, like, and trust you get that post. That's a total waste of money. They already know about the salon, and if they were going to come to you, they would have came to you by now. So stop doing that. Either don't advertise on Facebook at all if you don't want to spend a little bit more money, or go and do it correctly and get the results that I shared that we got. We spent, $10 a day for 10 days. We got $1,500 in return. That's a return on your investment. That's the way to use a Facebook ad. So I'm talking to the owner and I'm trying to help her. Remember, back up. I'm not getting paid for any of this. I am a stranger that wandered in to do a random act of kindness. So I'm telling the owner, who's, she's foreign, so she's not, I don't know how much she's understanding because I talk really fast. And I said, your ads are not going to be as effective the way that you have them set up. I'm happy to show you and help you how to do it correctly. And she's kind of looking at me like, who asked you, And then I walked over to the retail shelves and she has Eminence skincare. And I get facials once a month. I've been treating myself in Florida because I'm in the sun too much. And I belong to this spa club at a beautiful hotel here. And you know how a beautiful hotel, when you buy product, us as licensed professionals, one of the few perks that we have is getting product at cost. So it kills me to buy a facial product or a body product or a hair product, anything that I could get at, say a Salon Centric or a Cosmoprof. I hate to pay $60 for a little bottle of face serum when I can get it for $30. That's natural, why pay double? So I said to the owner, oh, you guys have Eminence. That's awesome. I said, I've been waiting until I get to another hair show. There's 2 products that my facial girl recommended for me, and I'm trying to wait to get it at a show so I can get a little bit of a discount. I said, do you offer professional discounts? Like basically, can you give a sister a 20% discount? I'm coloring your stylist hair for you and making her look better. And I'm offering you free Facebook advertising advice. And she goes, no, I don't give professional discounts. I was like, oh, okay, no problem. So I'm just like, this is why the world is the way that it is. Because when you're doing a random act of kindness, you don't go in there I didn't go in there with the intention of, oh, let me get some product for half off. I went in there to do something nice. I happened to see that the skincare was there and thought if I were an owner and it was another professional and I had all this product sitting there in this empty salon that nobody's coming to get facials to buy the product, it's product sitting there that she's probably dusting and dusting and dusting. One bottle of whatever she can restock on her next order. Like it's not going to be any stressful situation for her to say, oh, absolutely, you're a professional, I'll give you 20% off. 20% off, I would have been thrilled. I wasn't expecting it for cost. I wasn't expecting it to be given to me. I just expect it to have a professional courtesy, and that didn't happen. So these are the things that I'm like, I'm looking at the girl whose hair I'm doing, and I'm subtly kind of saying to her, like, is this really where you want to be? Like, I would never want to work there. Like, that turned me right off right away that she was like that. And, the other woman talking away in another language and not even interacting with her at all. And this was only like her 3rd day working there. And then here was the other red flag that went up. So I'm shampooing her hair, taking the foils out. And I said, do you guys do online booking here? And she said, oh, I would never do online booking. And I said, I'm curious, why? Why would you not do that? Well, because, when a client's new and they book online, they don't know what they need. They don't know how long to book for. And I said, oh, yeah, I hear you. That can be a little nerve-wracking in the beginning because you're thinking, oh, they're going to put themselves in for 30 minutes and it's a 4-hour color correction. But I said, if your software is, decent software, there's ways of getting around that. Like we have a message that pops up when someone's brand new. It says, welcome to Luxe Color Lounge. Because you are new to us, we want to make sure that your appointment gets booked appropriately. So for the first time, please call the salon and schedule your appointment. And then in the future, you can rebook online. It's that simple. So then she said, yeah, but then if I do that, then when they go to book, they're going to look at my day and see the whole day open, and they're going to book at like 3:00, like right in the middle, and not in the beginning of the day and not in the end of the day. And then I'm going to have to sit here all day. And I was like, oh, this is why you have no one in your chair. This makes me crazy as a salon owner. If you are complaining that you are not busy and you're doing that with your book, where you're only giving the client the first appointment or the last appointment because you want to get the hell out of there, I promise you, my friend, you will never be busy. You have to have those days where you sit there and put your time in and Wait until clients settle into their time. You can't keep saying, oh, I have a 12 or a 7 because you want to start late and work late, or you want to sandwich your day into 4 hours. No, honey, it does not work that way. And if you're doing that, you are creating this mess of not being busy over and over and over again. You're getting in your own way. I can't stress that enough. You have not earned the right to play with your book like that. You need to have it way open, and you need to work around the client. It's all about the client. What is best for that client? It's not about you. It is not about you. Once you're experienced and you have a full book, you can go in on Sunday at 8 a.m. You can go in at Monday at 3 p.m. You can do whatever the hell you want. When you have a steady book of clients that love you, you have raving fans they will let you do their hair in the bathroom at an airport. Like, they don't care where you do their hair. They just want you. That's different. But if you're starting out like this girl is, in a new state, not knowing a single soul, honey, you better sit there until you have bed sores on your ass and wait for that to happen, and make it happen. Go out to the coffee shop that's 2 blocks away and recruit someone. I've done it. I still do it. I'll walk up to somebody at TJ Maxx and say, I would love to do your hair. I have the next 2 hours free. Come with me. I'll color your hair free. You just have to let me use the pictures for my social media, which brings me to my next topic. I have the feeling I'm going to go long today. I'm a little fired up today, so strap yourself in. It's 10:21. I should be wrapping it up. So first, I want to do a shout out. Facebook told me that I have top fans on my coffee chat, and that's exciting. I didn't know that was a thing. So shout out to Casey Critchfield. She's been a top fan for 3 weeks. Charlotte Roy, top fan for 2 weeks. Mary McDonald, top fan for 1 week. Sidra Turner is a new top fan. Welcome, Sidra, and welcome to the Insiders membership. Ruth Crawford, new top fan, which Ruth has been in my online courses, but she's a new top fan on Coffee Chat. And D. Adams Blackburn. So shout out to you guys. You're going to have a little present in your inbox. I'm going to send you the link to my Secrets of a Celebrity Colorist replay of the training. So I'm going to give you guys that gift. Thank you for being a top fan. So back to my rant. Where was I? Now I'm off track. Somebody remind me where I was. What was I just going to go into? Your book, getting busy. Oh, yes, I'm back. I remember. It all connects eventually. So back to the self-improvement day. So I see a lot of people and they'll say to me, excuses? I'm a life coach. You can't give me excuses. I can't means I don't want to. There's no such thing as I can't. You either do or you don't. There's no can't, because you can. Everything is figure outable. So when you say, oh, I can't post that often, I have little kids, I'm busy, but then you're saying you're not busy in the salon. So you need to do something to get busy. So if you keep complaining, I'm not busy, I'm busy, that's you can't be busy and not busy at the same time. So you have time. You're just choosing to go on YouTube or the Home Shopping Network, or you're doing something else on your phone. You're not reaching new clients. So on your downtime, look ahead in the book. And when you have a totally dead day, which we all do in the summer, I don't care how busy you are, how fabulous you are, summer always slows down. You have a lot of clients on vacation. But don't wait until the morning of and start pissing in your Cheerios that, oh my God, I'm so slow and my mean boss is making me go in. I've heard it all a million times. No, don't look at it like that. Look at it as an opportunity, but look at it a week ahead. So you look ahead. Next Wednesday, you're totally dead, and Jennifer next to you is totally dead. And you're like, hey, Jen, let's do something with that dead day. Let's line up some models and let's do a photo shoot and do a bunch of content for both of our social media accounts and do a bunch of it in one day and just put it in a file so that those days that we don't have time to post, there's a million apps that you can line up all of your content and put it on auto where it posts for you every day. There's no excuse, guys. I'm sorry. You are from the new generation where you should know better. There's apps like Later and Planoly and like just look it up. There's a million ways that you can batch that out. So take it a step further. Start out, if you really have no clients and no money, do hair on each other and use your iPhone and take the best picture you possibly can. If you want to take it up a notch, you want to get, you know, a nice ring light or some sort of photography light. You want to get one of those. I bought it on Amazon. It's one of those shields that you put underneath their face or to the side to bounce the light off of it. Like, step up your game on your photos. There's a bajillion YouTube videos on how to take better hair pictures. Jamie Dana gives away free information on that all the time. I think Jenna Kutcher gives away free information on how to take better photos. But go on to either Craigslist, which can be a little sketchy, or Upwork. Go on to one of those sites and look for a local photographer. Find a student who's into artsy photography. They will love to have a way to get their own portfolio built. So it's a win-win. Some of them will do it free, either for a trade to get their own hair done. If it's a girl, I've done that. Or as a buildup of their portfolio, you have a beautiful model with fresh done, beautiful hair. Like, have fun with it. Have wardrobe. We've gone to a local boutique that's struggling to get seen by local people and wants more business. Go to them and say, we're doing a photo shoot next Wednesday. We want to do cool pictures. We want to use the outside of your building for a different, you don't want to have everybody in the salon. Take them outside. If you go on to Luxe Color Lounge, to their Instagram, that's my former salon. My daughter now owns it. We had a girl who's like the model for our salon, and we did her color and we took her to the local coffee shop. She was in like this basket swing, sipping her coffee. Her hair looks great. Take them to different places and make the photos different so that you can repurpose those photos. 2 months from now, you can do Gigi again at the boutique with the new outfit on. We just did Gigi with an ice cream cone at the local ice cream place. So then you're showing local businesses to your followers, and then you're cross promoting. So now the next time you need something from that boutique or that coffee shop, you know, we ask the coffee shop, we want to give our clients, you know, a $5 gift certificate to your coffee shop. We want them to make their new routine, stopping at your coffee shop, getting their favorite latte, and then coming to us. So it's win-win. You want everybody to stay in your little area and give you all business. So stop sitting on your ass saying, I'm not busy, I'm so slow. Stop saying that you're advertising on Facebook when you're not. You're boosting and you're wasting your money, I promise you. You might as well just take that money, go to the casino and put it on red or black, because you're not like, and then to take it a bit further, the ad that she thinks that she advertised was just a picture of the logo of the salon. Think about it, guys. If you were going to change salons, what would it take for you to change? I'm telling you right now, if I'm looking for a salon and I'm on Instagram or Facebook and I'm scrolling and it says Pizzazz St. Pete, I'm like, okay, Pizzazz, I'm going to keep scrolling. But if it's a picture of an amazing before and after, or even better, a video of a girl walking into the salon and her hair is just okay, and then it shows the tour of the salon, and at the end of the video, she gets spun around in the chair and she has a brand new, awesome new look, and there's music behind it, and at the end of the video, it says, you know, we're inviting you to come experience what Jennifer did, you know, we're offering you $100 gift certificate as a new VIP member. Something different. The logo is never, ever, ever getting somebody in the door. The logo on a postcard is never, ever getting somebody in the door. Gone are the days of, here's my card, call me. It's never happening. Never. So, you know, I'm on these forums and people are like, oh, I do this, I do that, I do that. And I'm like, yeah, all of it, total, complete waste of time. So I hope that this helped anybody who's sitting doing nothing. Do each other's hair. Call a friend that you haven't seen in years that you went to beauty school with. Ask to visit each other's salons. Your salon owner should be very open to it, because she should want the feedback of what you see with fresh eyes that she doesn't see, AKA the shelf that almost took me out and knocked me on the cranium because it was in a stupid spot. It was literally right above the toilet. Like, you get up and you hit your head on the shelf, and there was like a tchotchke on it. Like, it wasn't holding paper towels, or it didn't have any function or any reason to be there other than to knock me out, make me see stars. So, you know, again, it's interesting. Like, what, you know, the verbiage I said to the girl whose hair I did, I was like, are we going to do a root shadow on you? And she was like, oh no, I don't like those. I don't want that. And I said, oh, okay. And I'm like, So you just want a raw blonde, like you just want me to leave it? Because we just lightened it with lightener and Olaplex, and it was pretty. It was like a pale color. And I said, yeah, you got to love a good raw blonde. I'm down with that. I'll leave it raw. I kept saying raw, meaning we're not glazing it at all, right? And she's like, yeah. So she told me to do Olaplex number 2, which I did. So I thought that we were done to seal everything in. And then I lifted her up and was towel drying her. And she's like, oh, you're not going to glaze me? And I said, no, you said you didn't want a root shadow. And she's like, oh, no, I just meant I didn't want the roots darker. I want a glaze. So then I go to do the glaze and she's like, oh, you're not going to do it at the sink? And I said, oh, obviously you have not followed my coffee chats or bought my book, because I talk about lazy glazers. I am not a proponent of glazing at the sink. She's like, why? I glaze at the sink all the time. And I'm looking around and I'm like, well, you have no clients. So maybe it's time to be open to a new way. So a lot of times when people are struggling, they get their back up and they don't want to hear any new information and they're not open to it. So chances are she won't reach out to me about doing a better Facebook ad. She won't, ask me about how to get busier or anything that we talked about of doing, the online booking or doing something different. Sometimes people are so closed off to it, but they're more comfortable sitting in their pile of shit. Like basically they're sitting in a dirty diaper because they're too lazy to get up and shower and put new underwear on. Like it's that simple. Like you have to say, is what I'm doing working? If it is, rock on with your bad self. But if you're doing something that you've always done simply for the simple reason that you've always done it and not because it's the best way, technology changes, everything improves. You have to be open and ready to receive new information and a new way of doing things. So I hope that after this coffee chat, all of you will do something just a little bit different today that you didn't do yesterday to get more bodies in your chair and to earn a better living and live a better life. So go do a random act of kindness and make me proud of you guys. Buy somebody behind you a cup of coffee, especially if you're at Wawa. What's it, $1 or something for a cup of coffee? Buy somebody a cup of coffee. Buy somebody one of those little junior mints at the store that are at the impulse area at Wawa, and just put it on the counter and say, I bought you that today. Have a great day. So that's my rant for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you will stay in touch. And for my super fans, be on the lookout for your special gift. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.